Shalom, Israel. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom select out there doing his work of faith and labor of love, of truth, sincerity. I was just looking at this video, on the tube, from the channel We Are Change, and as you can see, the name of the title of this video is Why Are Putin's Russian Satan Nukes Pointed at the U.S.? All right. So, I'm going to just pretty much let this clip play. I just want to make a couple points upon this video and things that I said in this video. All right. So, with that, I just hope this segment is edifying.
So as the rest of the world talks about useless nonsense that has no significance to our life, it doesn't even mean jack shit, we are involved in a proxy war, a cold war that could turn into a very hot world war at any moment at any time. Just thought I would make this video to give you a reminder and give you just the latest geopolitical updates of the crazy, insane situation unfolding right in front of us. So as you're talking about Drake and Taylor Swift and Katy Perry attending their fucking birthday and doing some dumbass fucking bullshit, we have Vladimir Putin, who just made this statement to the world stage.
Избрала такую агрессивную риторику и агрессивную позицию в отношении нашей страны, в отношении России, кто хочет с нами работать вместе. И считаем ошибочным положение о том, что нам нужно ссориться постоянно с кем-то и таким образом создавать угрозы для себя самих и для всего мира. Будет реализовывать свои угрозы и будет реализована риторика жесткая в отношении России со стороны госпожи Клинтон, если она станет президентом. Может, она тоже скорректирует свою позицию. Это все нам пока не видно.
Obviously, letting the world know who he views as a favorite in the U.S. election. This on the heaps of Cold War 2.0. We understand why, because Hillary Clinton is a political candidate with her main objective being to call for a no-fly zone in Syria. She says this on the world stage because she says she cares about the Syrian people. She wants to end this conflict. She wants to make sure that people don't die inside of Syria. But in secret Goldman Sachs speech, Hillary Clinton admitted that the no-fly zone would actually kill a lot of Syrians. And because of this no-fly zone that's being propositioned by Obama and promised by Hillary Clinton that won't save any lives, many experts, many U.S. generals are saying that this will lead to a direct world war with Russia. As we covered previously on...
Just from that point right there and what you said, you just see, the plain hypocrisy of these devils, and how they try to play these political mind games, so on and so forth. And now you see more so why, Russia is favoring Trump as far as being the next president of the United States, But regardless of who is the next president, or, even if Obama happened to stay in the office by way of, some so-called terrorist attack or some strange event that might happen before the election, World War III is still inevitable, man. It doesn't matter who's in office, okay? Because it's all a game unto all of these elites, man. They look at Trump as more of a fan favorite to be the next president, but the way he's going, he's definitely going to stir up the race wars, man. So it doesn't matter who's going to be in the office, it's still going to come to pass, whether Russia wants it or not, okay? But Russia is definitely prepared, for the tactics that America has at hand,
channel, Russia and the United States have walked away from the negotiation table, and right now Russia has just ruled out a truce in Aleppo. They will not accept this no-fly zone and are actually deploying the largest naval force since the Cold War for Syria right now. They are also...
Right, so, that's just showing you that Russia is preparing because they know the route in which America is playing, that it's definitely going to happen. It's just a matter of time before it happens, and Russia has to continue to play its position, to be that father figure, so to speak, over those nations, that they're in league with over there in the Middle East, okay, according to the book of Ezekiel, okay. Yeah, Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 7. Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. Okay, so that's what Russia's position is in this whole thing, man. Russia is the big brother of all these other nations, the head nation that's going to be going toe to toe with America, followed by China, Iran, so on and so forth, man. And all these other nations that have the nuclear capability and that's tired of the global hegemony of America, man. Okay?
Sharing intelligence with Turkey in order to go after radical Islamic terrorists and the rebel groups who are trying to get rid of Bashar al-Assad. Now, as the Sun wonderfully points out, Vladimir Putin's Satan nukes would wipe out America's East Coast in minutes should World War III break out, experts warn. Now,
Right. So, and that's according to scripture, man, because it said what? That Russia's Satan nuke could wipe out America what in minutes, man. Okay? And it gets to that Revelations 18 and um I think I went past it. It's like, yeah. What verse is it? Yeah. Yeah, I start from Revelation 18 and 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord power who judgeth her. Talking about America, okay? And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city, Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. Okay, so for Russia's nukes to be able to possibly, destroy America within minutes, hey, that's according to prophecy, because it said what? Babylon shall be destroyed, what? Within 1 hour. Okay, and just as long as and as well with other countries that have, and this is Satan, that have that nuclear capabilities as well, and real quick, let me just pull it up because it's not working that way. um Russia, Satan nuke. Yeah, Russia revealing chilling first images of super nuke Satan 2, which has power to devastate area size of Texas. Okay, and this is just one of them. Okay, and it says Vladimir Putin is seeking to replace his arsenal of SS-18 Satan weapons with the new RS-28 Sarmat super nukes. They are packed with up to 16 nuclear warheads, according to pictures revealed online from the Makeyev Rocket Design Bureau. Okay, was loaded up to what? 16 warheads, man. Okay, so that's how I was able to decimate a whole state as the size of Texas, man. All right, and that's according to prophecy as well, as far as the design of the nukes. Okay, and that's Revelation 9, I believe it's verse 14, 13. Um, yeah, and I start at Revelation 9 and 16. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. And I heard the number of them, and thus I saw the horses and the vision, and them that sat on them having breastplates of fire and of jasper and brimstone, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, and out of their mouths issued fire and smoke and brimstone. By these three was the third part of men killed by fire and by smoke and by brimstone was issued out of their mouths. For their power is in their mouths, and in their tails, for their tails were like unto serpents, and had heads, and with them they do hurt. So it's talking about what? Those different warheads, okay? That branch off from the base part of the nuke that utterly does the destruction, man. And it said what? That Satan 2 has up to what? 16. And when you go into China, they have that Dong, I believe it's called the Dongfeng 41, which has up to 10 nuclear warheads, man. And we already know the alliances that Russia and China already have. You know, they have that triple threat alliance, Russia, China, and Iran, okay, to try to seal America off from getting into that energy corridor by the Caspian Sea, I believe. Yeah, let me go back to this video.
These are called Satan nuclear warheads because they could wipe out their entire East Coast because they have a payload that's 1,000 times more powerful than those atomic bombs that were dropped on Japan. And not only does Russia have an impressive military arsenal of nuclear weapons where it could match the United States, it also has a sense of humor, with Russia saying that they want to offer a helping hand in overseeing elections so they cannot be possibly rigged. With this happening, of course...
And that just show you, like, yo, Russia is ready to go, man. They trained to go, okay? They ready to get this thing over with, man, because they know that America has no business going to war with them, man. Okay, Russia is mighty. There's some mighty Edomites, man, compared to these Edomites over here in the western part of the world, man. You know, them Russians are cold blooded, man. Okay, going to real quick the book of Isaiah. The book of Isaiah, chapter 13, I believe it's verse 17. Yeah, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which is giving reference to the Russians, you know, because they occupied a land in which the Medes had, okay? Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eye shall not spare children. Okay? Because them Russians are treacherous, man. Going back to before they were officially called the Russians, they were called the Vanguardian Rush, man. Okay? And they were known for heavy wars, man, and butchery, man. Okay, unlike these devils over here in America, all devils around the whole world have been known for wickedness, but them Russians are something else, man. They're a different, they're a different breed of Edomites, so to speak, man. You know.
DNC, Barack Obama, and the establishment are pushing hard against the Russians, blaming them for the recent hacks that they have endured. We even had Hillary Clinton say that it was 17 intelligence agencies that confirmed that this was Russia behind the hacked Hillary Clinton emails, but that is utterly not true and just a made-up lie. And it's not only the rhetoric on the American side that is heating up, they are also running out of options and thinking of insane strategies like arming Syrian rebels against Russian planes and artillery. As we know, the United States, Saudi Arabia, Israel, and Turkey in the beginning of the Syrian revolution armed the rebels. Those weapons, those arms, those intelligence, that money, your taxes, actually went to a lot of radical Islamic terrorists, including al-Nusra, al-Qaeda, and ISIS. With all these options running out, NATO is actually continuing to prepare for war with Russia, and they have just sent 300 soldiers to Norway, and this is the first time in 70 years that Norway has allowed foreign troops on their soil to cooperate and work with them. As we know, Norway is very closely situated next to Russia, and obviously this will piss off the Russians even more. And to end today's optimistic video, we have Zero Hedge that actually wrote this article, quote, "It is time for another world war," in 2 charts showing how public debt and the percentage of the GDP rise during World War I and World War II were correlated with the freaking economic situation that is very similar to what's happening right now. In my opinion, to me, I wish these 2 countries would stop being bullies and stop.
Right, but he about to get into some crap there, but as you can see from what he was getting into is basically that America is scrambling, okay? And they're scrambling because they know that their time is up, okay? They're running out of options as he got into, okay, because it's the Mossad that's getting these things all geared up for this World War III going, man, and ultimately bringing America to his knees, man, okay? And he mentioned how, you seen the different economical factors that were taking place during World War One and World War II, okay? And it said, is it time for another world war? And the answer is yes, it is. It's about that time, man. And it's about time for us to get up out of here, man, because we want to see this place destroyed, man. Okay? It's about that time, man. It's just a matter of time before the rest of these prophecies roll through according to the timeline of Yahweh Shem Shah. Okay, so Joel 3:9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say that I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be awakened, and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. So the Lord is gathering all these nations now. And as you see what they're talking about, gathering the troops over there in that country, I believe what they said, Poland or something like that, So troops is gathered all over the world, man. For NATO, the nations that Russia is backing, all nations are preparing for war, and it's clearly evident because the signs are being shown more and more day in and day out as each time goes forth, man. And this is all according to the prophecy of Yahweh Shem Shah, that America must be destroyed and that this world as we know it must be destroyed and for the kingdom of the Israelites to be established, man. So, with that, I just hope this quick segment was edifying, man. And things are definitely heating up. So, Akim, just stay strong in the faith and keep pushing. We almost out of here. Shalom.